This was good. Come up to the fire, gentlemen.
Now, Mr. Hale, before we move things about, you explain to Mr. Anderson just what you saw when you came here yesterday morning.
By the way, has anything been moved? Are things just as you left them yesterday?
It's just about the same. When it dropped below zero last night, I thought I'd better send Frank.
Somebody should have been left here yesterday.
Yesterday, when I had sent Frank to Merge Center for that man who went crazy, I want you to know I had my hands full yesterday. I knew you could get back from Omaha by today, and as long as I went over everything here myself.
Well, Mr. Hale, tell just what happened when you come here yesterday.
Harry and I had started to town with a lot of potatoes, and we came along the way from my place, and as I got here, I said, I'm going to see if I can get John right to go in with me on party telephone. I spoke to Wright about it once before, and he put me off, saying folks talk too much. Anyway, and all he has was peace and quiet. I guess you know about or how much he talked himself. But I thought maybe if I went to the house and talked about it before his wife. Though I said to Harry that I didn't know what his wife, what it might much difference to John.
Let's talk about that later, Mr. Hale. I do want to talk about that too, but tell now just what happened when you got to the house.
I didn't hear or see anything. I knocked the door. It still was all quiet inside. I knew they must be up. It was 8:00. So I knocked again, and I thought I heard somebody says, "Come in." I wasn't sure. I'm not sure yet. But I opened the door. That door. The door favorites. This door. And here and there in that rocker, said Mrs. Wright.
So, what was she doing?
She was rocking back and forth. She had her apron in her hand and was kind of hitting it.
And how did she look?
She looked weird.
How do you mean it? Weird.
Well, as if she didn't know what she was going to do next. And kind of done up.
How did she seem to feel about you coming?
Right. I don't think she mind. One way or other, she didn't pay much attention. I said, "How do you, Mrs. Wright? It's cold, isn't it?" And she said, "Is it?" And went on kind of pleading at her apron. Well, I was surprised she didn't ask me to come up to the shop stove or sit down, but just sat there, not even looking at me. So I said, "I want to see John," and then she laughed. I guess you would call it a laugh. I told Harry and the team outside. So I said a little sharp, "Can I see John?" "No," she says, kind of dull-like, and hit home. Says I. "Yes," he says. He's home. Then why can't I see him?" I asked her. Out of patience. "Because he's dead," says he. "Dead?" says I. She just nodded her head, not getting a bit excited, but rocking back and forth. "Why? Where is he?" says I, not knowing what to say. She just pointed upstairs, like that.
Yeah.
I got up and with the idea of going up there. I walked from there to here, and then I says, why? What did he die of? He died of a rope around his neck, says he. And just went on pleading at her up front. Well, I went out and called Harry. I thought I might need help. We went upstairs and there he was lying.
I think I'd rather have you go into that upstairs, where you can point it all out. Just go on now with the rest of the story.
Well, my first thought was to get the rope off. It looked. But Harry, he went up to him and he said, no, he's dead alright. And we'd better not touch anything. So we went back downstairs. She was still sitting that same way. Has anybody been notified? I asked. No, she's now. She unconcerned. She was still sitting that same way. Has anybody back downstairs? She was still sitting the same way. Has anybody been notified? I asked. No, she's unconcerned. Who did this, Mrs. Wright? Said Harry. He said it businesslike. And she stopped playing on her apron. I don't know, she says. You don't know? Says Harry. No, says he. Were you sleeping in the bed with him? Says Harry. Yes, says he. But I was on his side. Somebody slipped around his neck and strangled him, and you didn't wake up? Says Harry. I didn't wake up. She said after him. We must look as if we didn't see how that could be. For after a minute, she said, I slept sound. Harry was going to ask her more questions, but I said, maybe we ought to let her story first to the corridor. Or he said, so Harry went fast as he could to River Place, where there's a telephone.
And what did Mr. Wright do when she knew that you had gone for the coroner?
She moved from the chair to this one over here. Look.
This chair?
Yes. Okay. And just sat there with her hands held together and looking down. I kept feeling that I ought to make some conversation. So I said I had come in to see if John wanted to put in a telephone, and then she started to laugh, and then she stopped and looked at me, scared. I don't know, maybe it wasn't scared. I wouldn't like to say it was. Soon Harry got back, and then Dr. Light came, and you, Mr. Peters. And so I guess it's all I know with John.
I guess, well, we'll go upstairs first, and then out to the barn and around here. You're convinced that there was nothing important here. Here's next.